Okay, so since I'm a really avid Cosby Show watcher, I really wanted to know, like, what's really going on. So instead of kind of reading the blogs and reading, like the other things that we kind of read to get the celeb gossip, I got a chance to really watch the actual news today. And I usually don't get a chance to really watch it. But I got a chance to watch the news, and I even got a chance to watch E-News. So what they were saying is they have, well, now it's over a dozen women coming forward now. Like, like just women saying either he's touched on them or tried to or has, kind of pushed himself upon them in different kind of ways. Janice Dickinson, if nobody knows who she is, she actually had her own show at one point, but she's like the model guru. And she said, I believe it was, I don't want to say it's 1982 or 86, somewhere in that line, that he drugged her and gave her alcohol and drugged her. And she said when she woke up, he was standing in a checkered robe, and he dropped the robe and, like, took advantage of her. And so, like, they were playing, like, all these different clips from when she was on, like all these different radio shows, and they would ask her about Bill Cosby, like, what did you like working with Bill Cosby? And she would just, like, freeze up. They were like, well, what's wrong? Like, what's Bill Cosby? And they like, she's like, he's just a bad man. He's just a really, really bad man. Like, really, and this was way before all of this even surfaced. So, back in March, this actually surfaced back in March, but, people really didn't start hearing about it until now. And so back in March, they were kind of giving him, like, the hope, like, okay, well, since nobody's really coming forward with no more accusations on the rise, so then all these women start coming forward now. And so now he was about to come out with a new show on NBC. They have pulled that show, and it will not air on its air date. Netflix was actually about to publish his stand-up 77. They pulled that off and will not be debuting on Netflix on Friday. And some channels like CB, like all the channels that were playing reruns of The Cosby Show, have pulled The Cosby Show, the reruns of The Cosby Show.
Wow.
The reruns of The Cosby Show, and the only channel that's actually showing the reruns of The Cosby Show is TV Land. They're the only people, that's the only network that's actually showing reruns of The Cosby Show. He still does have a couple of things scheduled, like a couple of stand-ups in Vegas, and I think a couple other things, like little things going on. But other than that, all of his big things that he had planned for this year, they have pulled out, and people have just been saying, like, we don't want to be, involved with someone that has done this. And so people were saying, like, oh, well, it's Bill Cosby, like, whatever, like, it's 50 years old, but if this was somebody else, we would be livid, we would be angry. So we have to take this serious. Regardless of who it was with, they were making accusations that it was with Raven Simone. Raven Simone got on TV this morning and stated, like, he's never touched me in any inappropriate way, never came on to me. She's like, I was a kid when the Cosby, like, when he was doing this to other women. So why would he, like, that's disgusting. And she literally told people to stop trying to spread that rumor about her and trying to say that she was one of his victims. But it's sad because it was Bill Cosby. It's somebody that we all in every black and African-American household has looked up to.
Right.
But we have to take it serious. It's something that we have to take serious. We have to take notice. And we cannot just look over it just because it's Bill Cosby. Right? So.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. No, seriously. Now, my thing is, okay, no matter what, this man has been doing this for a very, 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 very long time. So why is everybody waiting until the last minute to say something? People who didn't have a career to lose could have said something. Why all of a sudden are these accusations coming out now? Now, I'm not saying he didn't do it.
Wait for you before you say that. Janice Dixon actually tried to come out with it. She tried to come out with it in her book, in her memoir, but the lawyers advised her not to do it.
Right, and I read what Janice Dickinson said, okay? And I understand from the book point of view, Janice, they literally talked her down and all this 9 yards. Because I can understand that, because if you make these accusations and say he did this and you have no plausible way to prove that he did this, you slandered him and now you can get sued up the wazoo. But once the book was done, okay, once it was done, all that was there, you didn't care anymore, you still had the opportunity to come out a long time ago, okay? You did. It's the fact that some of these people are telling the truth, okay? There's 13 folks that are accused that are saying Bill Cosby basically forced themselves on them. Some of them are telling the truth. And the reason why I say some of them telling the truth, because if you're an aggressor, you're an aggressor. And he might have been used to the fact that I am Bill motherfucking Cosby, and literally you want me because I can make you who you are. No, seriously. This is, when you have a major star power kind of like thing, they tend to get that kind of attitude. And who the fuck is bigger in black entertainment than Bill Cosby? Like, Oprah's the only other person. Like, Oprah's the only other person bigger than Bill Cosby. And every black actor, comedian, musician known to mankind has been on the Cosby Show. Okay?
Yeah.
So, some of them people willingly gave in to Bill Cosby, but now these accusations are out, and now they're thinking back, it's like, well, I did sleep with him, but I really didn't want to, so I'm just going to say he raped me too. When in actuality, y'all gave up the draws. Now, I know there's a few people that he probably, hit that there, okay? And when he shouldn't have. My whole thing is, we are literally eating this whole story alive, that Bill Cosby is doing that. Meanwhile, there's a lot of other fucked up shit we need to be worried about that we're kind of being distracted by because of the Bill Cosby shit is going on. Now, I'm not trying to say that, okay, Bill ain't going to get his just dues, because if we pay attention, Bill Cosby's whole entire law team and everybody that's backing him ain't said a damn thing as of yet. So I'm not going to sit here and make any judgment on him until I hear exactly from their side of the coin of what the fuck is going on.
We're waiting on that.
His lawyer made a statement today. And I don't care. Like, listen, his lawyer, his grandma, his auntie, his cousin, his best friend that was sitting in the bedroom when he did it can make a statement. But until Bill Cosby get his black ass, jello-eating ass on TV and say that he did it or he didn't do it or he might have did it or he could have did it to some but he really didn't do it to all, like, that's when I'll take notice. Until then, all the rest of that shit is bullshit.
And that's why I'm not paying attention to it. I'm not saying that Bill don't need to come out and say, hey, this is the deal. But at the same time, this old fucker be going off on a tangent that 85% of the time we can be over here talking about who you voting for, and somehow we talking about a new flavor of Doritos. He won't stay focused long enough for us to understand what's going on. He literally, if you ever see any of his recent things that he do when he publicly speak, Bill don't stay on point. So you ask him about this, he might start saying something, and then next thing you know, we talking about Camille went and purchased a new blue dress this weekend to go out to some public event. You ain't going to get an honest answer from Bill because Bill ain't got it all upstairs.
Yeah, he's old too, man. So
right, and that's just it. He's old now. So I'm not saying he didn't do it, but what do you want other than suing him and getting money? What are they going to do to him? They going to put him in jail? He's not going to go to real butt pounding jail. They're going to put him to someplace nice, or maybe even let him live out the last of the days in his home.
He gonna have a lavish ass prison cell.
Penitentiary.
They got
maximum
prisons for the rich and famous.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, Tom, where's Bucktown in jail? Like,
it's
I
want to picture that, man. Mud slinging, all that mud slinging. Nobody want to picture that.
That is in so many words the penitentiary, like where serious, hardened, life sentencing criminals go. Okay, that's why I call it. Literally, it's the place where these wannabe thugs fear to go when they get told they going to jail. All right, but what about Bill? I mean, I just literally want the black community to stick to one thing and one thing only, because even though this is all out and about and it's all out there and this is the latest and greatest thing that we're going to talk about, I give it about 2 weeks. We're not going to give a fuck. Because let's not forget, we were just caring about the fact that Kim Kardashian was taking pictures like black people. Let's not forget, we still got the Ferguson situation going on that ain't nobody seem to give two fucks about again. Or the fact that the kids still ain't came back.
Right, I was going to say.
You see,
bring our girls back.
This is the thing about the whole entire black community. Like, I understand this is a fucked up situation, and this man is touching the women and putting his penis in places he ain't supposed to be putting it, but we be worried about the wrong fucking shit.
But I mean, that's society for you. That's how, media works, though,
Right. The media, and that's the thing. Everybody's saying the media is using this as a method of distraction about what's going on over here. Now, let it have been some famous white people that we all care about. Let it be what's the one? Let it have been something like Brad Pitt. Let's find out Brad Pitt been putting his penis in women against their will. Now, most women ain't gonna say Brad Pitt forced themselves on me.
I was just gonna say. You might need to find somebody a little uglier than Brad Pitt.
Okay, let's use Jason Gordon-Levitt. Okay, let's say Jason Gordon-Levitt. All right, he's a real famous dude. Everybody knows who he is.
Who the fuck is that? Yeah, who is that?
Jason Gordon-Levitt is the dude. Man, what's the most recent thing he did? He was in the Batman series. He was in the last Batman movie more than anything. He was a cop who was working with Batman. Oh. He also did Don Juan. He does a lot of small upcoming roles, like you've seen him in movies.
Yes, out of here. We need a real movie that
you really studying. Yeah, you really be studying the roles.
But here's the thing. I used him for a reason. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because unless you go out and you go see blockbuster movies, you don't know who some of these people is. But let that particular person.
Well, what if Michael McConaughey did that shit?
Girl, how many women be like, oh, he could touch me. Ooh, Matthew McConaughey could touch me.
Right. That's
Matthew McConaughey.
Right, and that's why I didn't use Matthew McConaughey, because, like Tasha just said, oh, he can touch me. So the 13 different people who might have accused, Bill Cosby of rape, at least 8 of them probably would say, well, I got the draws from Matthew McConaughey, so, yeah.
Well, it is what it is, shit.
Right. That's how you would look at it.
Matthew McConaughey looked like he'll pay for some black pussy anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the thing. A lot of they marry the white women, but they be banging the shit out some black mistresses though. I think they got scandals like you know, ain't fall out the sky. It's how it be.
But enough about Bill Cosby. What else is going on in celebrity news? Because I know that ain't the only fucked up thing this week.
Here's something. You know how Anna Wintour, over the editor at Vogue, she always be throwing shade. And, for a long time there was a so-called rift between her, Kanye, and Kim, and mostly because they said Kanye wanted Kim on the cover, and Wintour said, hell no. Well, and remember she gave Kim and Kanye that Vogue cover that got everybody talking? Well, now she's coming out and she's admitting that it was all just a PR stunt, and she gave it to them just because they're tacky. That's why she said she put them on the cover. She put them on there to showcase just how tacky of a couple she thinks they are. I said, damn.
Well,
damn. She got her own TV show now, too, right?
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Isn't it called the House of DVS? The House of DVS. It comes on E.
Okay, I got to check that out. Wow. But yeah, I was kind of, I'm not too much shocked because she always speaks her mind, but the fact that she said she gave it to them because they're tacky, I was just like, damn, really?
I would love
Yeah,
to be one of her PRs.